Hello, good afternoon. Welcome back to session 6 of the 2023 Summit Area Wide Deep Freeze. We're about to get started. As you can see on the top center of your screen, we're starting with event 31. This session is event 31 through 44. All the information is in Meet Mobile, so please refer to that if you're looking for a specific event. And give me 1 second, we'll show you what's going on. A little update here. So we're starting off, as you can see, top center, 11, 12. Shoot. I updated the wrong file. All right. All right, there we go. All right, so top right, I update and I display the entries in the next race. So that could be either the next heat or the first heat of the next event. So the structure here is we're starting with 31, 11, 12, 200-yard medley relay. We actually have one heat there, and then we have one heat for the boys. And we're going traditional odd numbers girls events followed by even numbers for the boys. When we get into individual events like 33, 50-yard freestyle, we'll have 6 heats for the girls and 4 heats for the boys. So up on the top right, as opposed to seeing team names, and then you'll see individual names. All right, what I added bottom center as part of the heat sheets I get has the individual names for all the entries. So you can see that little scrolling text. Hopefully that's display and readable. I can make that a little bit bigger. All right. So now that is the entries or the actual individual swimmers. I'm sorry, I'm trying to type something at the same time. Data. That is the individuals that comprise that relay. So you see lane 1, say New Jersey B. So there's an A relay and then a B and a C, depending on the seed times. And then you can see the individuals. So right there, lane 3, WFY, their A relay, and then you see the 4 girls that comprise that team. So I hope that's helpful. I've always wanted to kind of put it on the screen. I'm a one-man show here, so I can't read all the names. But hopefully that lends to your viewing if you are looking for an individual swimmer. The other option is I put another camera down here, but it's no better to see faces. I should have zoomed in. Hey, we can see Coach Pat there, black shirt, making an announcement. All right. So, but then when we're overhead, I'll display kind of the lane that the swimmers will be going off. So 25-yard pool, lane 1 closest to us. If you ever forget, down on the starting block, on that little triangle section, you see a 1. All right. And then lane 6 at the top of the screen. Quick overview. Here's a bird's eye view, as if you were standing up in the balcony here with all the other parents that are here in person. And then I have one camera down the far end for the turn in. All right, so this session, again, starting with event 31, going through 44. The official calling out the timers. All right. So again, here's the lane assignments, and then that bottom center is the individual swimmers' names that comprise that. All right, I added a little space in there. All right, so now we see lane 3 there. So that's the last name, comma, first name, and then age that it makes up. All right, hope that helps. So this session is slightly delayed because of the previous session. We had a distance session, 1,000 and 400 IM. So this session, 11 and 12-year-olds, and then we're back later for the 13 and overs. All right, about to start. So I'm going to leave that scrolling text there. It shouldn't get in the way too bad. It's also good if you ever, watching this in the future, you want to remember who was part of your relay. All right, so we're underway. Again, this is a 200 medley, so we're going to start with a backstroke. Each girl is swimming a 50, so down and back. So on the top right, you'll see now the lane assignments for the boys relay, which will be up next. And then after that, after we get done with the girls, I'll update the names in the bottom center that you can see the individual entries. So here we go with our... What the heck? Sorry about that. Jesus. All right, so third swimmer in. Here's 25 done for them in the butterfly. All right, anchor leg here. All right, so I'll quickly jump to the far end. Here's our lead, lane 3, lead relay, making their turn for home, followed by lane 4 and then 3. All right, now updated, bottom center of the screen. Those are now the boys' names comprising the relays. And then what we'll see on the top right, we'll get into individual names. All right, so those individual names you see in the top right, those are the entries for up next, which will be 11 and 12-year-old 50 freestyle for the girls. Oh, sorry. Here's the boys' lanes. And we're underway. And then reference to that white text bottom center for the individual swimmers that make up those relays. Again, lane 1 at the bottom of your screen, so that's lane 3 coming into the wall here. Followed by lane 4. And then 3 and 5, 1. All right, so lane 3 is already turned for his breaststroke. Third swimmer in for lane 3. So the blue text you see up on the scoreboard, that are the split times. Those are all 50 splits, as we only have pads at this near end, the left end of the pool. All right, here comes the freestyle leg for lane 3. So here's lane 3 finishing. They came in with a seed of 2:04.42. Almost a 6-second drop. More than 6 seconds. Geez, sorry. All right. Couple swimmers still out. All right, so that bottom center text is going to go away now from, that was just for the relays. So I hope that may be a little helpful. Again, always open for ideas and comments, suggestions. All right, so now we have individual names here. Again, this is 50-yard freestyle. Heat 1 of 6. Again, the odd number events are the girls, followed by even numbers for the boys. All right. So 50 free, they'll swim left to right and back. I'm sorry, twice. So down and back. All right, the names for Heat 2 are now updated on the top right. All right, so Heat 1 down, Heat 2 upcoming. Yeah, so the delay here is the officials are waiting for the scoreboard to be reset. As you can see, it's still running. So we're waiting for the scoreboard controller inside to hit the reset button. Yeah, unfortunately, so the Y setup here, the actual scoreboard control is in the office where it's air conditioned, and it's purposeful to be able to maintain the computer and the console that runs that. So sometimes communication's a little challenging. All right, so this is Heat 2 in the water. Names for 3 are now updated on the top right. Yeah, so if you look on the top right of your screen, that little window, that is the swim office. That's where the timing is maintained. All right. So that was Heat 2. Here's your names for Heat 3. Again, we have 6 total heats here. So the blue text, the overlay, that's the swimmers in the next heat. Top right are the swimmers in the following heat. All right, Heat 3 underway. So the Heat 4 names, top right. So Harper on there, lane 2, just came in with the 34.21, came out with a 31.01. Awesome swim. All right, here's our next set for Heat 4. Again, I'll try and highlight names, times when I can, when I see significant drops and great improvements. I might miss some. I apologize if I do. So names for Heat 5 are now up on the top right. So there, Celine in lane 2 came in with a 33.06. So 2 and change. Nice drop. All right. Next heat, Heat 5. So now the names on the top right are Heat 6 entries. So anybody going sub 30 on this heat will have a drop. Our best seed here was a 30.14. Looks like we're going to have that. Awesome. That is at 28.97. I don't know how well you can see the scoreboard depending where you're watching. All right. Here's our entries in the final heat, Heat 6 of 6. And on the top right are the boys' entries for their first heat, Heat 1 of 4. Lane 4, 28.07. That's Avery Levitt. Came in on a 28.29. Nice drop. All right, here's our boys. All right, again, 4 total heats on the boys' side. Names for Heat 2 are updated on the top right. And as we look past this event 34, event 35 is a 200-yard backstroke. We have 2 heats on the girls, 1 on the boys. Again, all this information is in Meet Mobile. There is a subscription to Meet Mobile. I think they've reduced it. It used to be, I don't know, $3 a month. Now you could do $10 a year. So. All right. So Heat 1 done. Here's Heat 2 swimmers. Names for Heat 3 are on the top right. $31.50, Joan. So Alexander Joan there in lane 3 came in at 33.25. Great drop. All right, the names are updated on the top right for Heat 4, the final heat, and then we move into 200 backstroke. Again, 2 heats on the girls and 1 on the boys after that. And then looking way ahead, event 37 is a 100-yard freestyle. I see 5 heats for the girls. Okay, that's a couple races out. Again, if you're just joining, we got started about 10 minutes late, so 29.13, Anderson. Nice 2.5 drop came in on 30.70. We got started about 10 minutes late, so. But if you're joining late and you wanted to see something that already occurred, you can rewind and then watch from that point forward. All right, this is our final heat for the boys, and you see the names for the girls on the top right for their first heat of the 200 back. (26:40). Great swim, Kevin O'Neill dropped about a third of a second there. All right, here we go with the backstroke. They'll clear the pool. So I might be very repetitive if you've been with me on other broadcasts, but every time, we pick up somebody new, so I kind of repeat things. But so that blue, the white font with the blue and the lane overlays, so that is lane number, last name, first name, age, team, and then seed time. So a seed time is kind of the entry time that swimmer has swum that in the past, so we group everybody similar times together. That does not get updated as they're swimming. You got to refer to the scoreboard on the top right for real-time results. All right. So heat 1 of 2 is in the water. Names for heat 2 are on the top right. All right, so this is a 200, 8 lengths of the pool. So as the girls come back, they've completed 50 at this point. All right, halfway, 100 down, 100 to go. So that's Michaela down in lane 1 leading us out. When she turns here, she'll have 50 to go, down and back. And Celine in lane 3. So here's Michaela in lane 1 finishing. Great swim, 2:39. And a nice 12-second drop there for Celine. So Michaela didn't have a seed time. She had an NT or no time. All right, so that was heat 1. Here's the entries for heat 2 with their lane assignments. This will be the final heat for the girls, and then we have 1 heat on the boys' side for this race, this event. All right. So, again, the white font blue is racers coming up. Top right, orange is the next race. And then looking beyond that, we have 100 freestyle. All right, this is Taylor Leishman here, leading us out, lane 3. 75 complete. And here's Taylor's 100 split. All right, so our lead swimmer here, lane 3, as she turns here, she'll have 50 to go, down and back. That's lane 3, swimming left to right here. Lane 4 just turning with 50 to go. So Taylor came in at a 2:15.02 seed. Nice 2-second drop. And Sue here in lane 4, a 2:32 seed, so about 2:32.7, so about a 5-second drop. Nine-second drop there for Ava up in lane 5, and lane 1 was 2:36 on a 2:49, so 13-second down there for Lena Ho, lane 1. All right, here's the boys. One heat here for the boys. Again, you could always, rewind if you wanted to go back and kind of similarly see how the seed times at the start of the race. All right, underway. So as I said, we have 100 free up next. Those names you see on the top right are the entries in heat 1 of 5 for the girls 100 free. So with the seeding and the lane assignments, the computer software and traditionally puts the faster swimmers towards the center of the pool. So it's not uncommon where you'll see lanes 3 and 4 be the swimmers that are winning that particular heat. And some of the races as we go forward, like coming up the 100 free, there's not as big a delta in the seed times for the swimmers because you have more entries and they're grouped a little tighter together. So again, I'll stay on camera view like this so we can see everybody. But then as particular swimmers doing a turn, the lead here, I might switch to it, but then jump back so we can capture everybody. All right, again, lane 3 is our lead swimmer, swimming right to left. That's Matthew Jun. He came in with a 2:07.95 seed. Nice 2-second drop there. If I do overlook somebody's significant effort or great improvement, feel free to put it in the chat. I could always give a shout out. Okay, a couple swimmers finishing, and swimmer still out in lane 6. 25 to go here. So Nick up in lane 6 came in with a 3:31. So we're looking at significant improvement there. Great job, Nick. Nick Ura. Look at that 20-second drop. Nice job, Nick. All right, so we have the names for the girls. 100 free, heat 1 of 5 upcoming. Here's their lane assignments. And the names for heat 2 are updated on the top right. All right. So when you see that top center, when it goes to 0, that's what the official is pausing for. So that just basically says that the timing system's reset. Some other scoreboards might be configured to change colors from blue to green. Madison has that as their configuration. All right, so heat 1 in the water, names for 2 on the top right. As if I could coordinate that any better. So earlier I said that typically the faster swimmers are in the center of the pool based on the seating. So I didn't have an entry here for lane 6. So what normally occurs, maybe somebody was scratched and then showed up late and said, I'm here, but the meet was already seated. So then the office will find a slot for that particular swimmer. So that's what probably is going on here. If this wasn't the... we'll take a quick look. I don't know if we can see who that is, but got a fist pump from a teammate there, so good time. So, all right, so this is lane 5, Devaney, Rose Devaney. She came in with no time, so I can't comment on that. But lane 3 there, Hayden Brett came in at a 1:22. So dropping 3 seconds. All right. So that was heat 1. And again, so it could have been that or somebody that said, I'd really like to add that, so they will drop people in. Okay. Here's our entries for heat 2. Entries for heat 3, top right. So leading us out here in lane 4, that is Isabel Halpin, followed closely by lane 5, Nikita. And Isabel in lane 4 came in with a 119. So. All right, here's our swimmers for heat 3. Again, we're going 5 heats here. And the names for heat 4 are on the top right. So that's Sam Aris there in lane 3 leading out. Sam came in on a 1:15.31. So we're dropping tons of time. Nice job. All right, names for 4 are on your screen. Silence comes over the pool. All right, top right are the entries for heat 5. I can't explain. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it got really quiet there for a second, which is good. It's supposed to be quiet at the start. All right, again, here's an example when you have more entries. The heats are a little tighter together in the racing. Lanes 3 and 6 leading us out in heat 4 here. Lane 3 is Charlotte Lee. Lane 6 is Erin Gian. And just out touched. 103.58 to 103.74. So Erin Gian up there at lane 6 came in on a 112 flat. Awesome swim. Well, across the board because. All right, here's our final heat. We going sub 1 here? Let's see. All right, and then I'll get the names updated for the boys. Top right, those are our boys' entries, first heat. Three heats on the boys' side. All right, I'm going to turn the microphone up. I feel something exciting coming. Yeah, 59.9. So that's Suatani. She came in at 101.17. All right, Guess that whistle was probably really loud. Sorry. Here's our boys' first heat. All right. Heat 1 in the water for the boys. Heat 2 names, top right. 3 total heats for the boys, and then we're going to 200 breaststroke. 2 heats girls, 2 heats boys. So this session, pretty short. Again, we're just 11 and 12s. It's 2 pages. So if we're doing single side, 2 fronts, we just transitioned to page 2. So in a sense, halfway through this session. Again, we're running 10 minutes late. We had a little slow start because of the distance events this morning. Not because of slow swimmers. We saw some great times. Just more administration stuff. So, and you could go back and watch that. That was known as Session 5. That's available on the channel. All right, Heat 1 coming to conclusion here for the boys. Lane 2 to Brown. Came in on a 120, so awesome 6-second drop there, 42. Yep, 120.48 to a 114.42. That's Dermot Brown. All right. Oh, slow. Here's our names for Heat 2. And the names for Heat 3 are updated on the top right. All right, here's final heat entries. And then we're moving to 200 breaststroke, 2 heats for the girls. Those names are updated on the top right. Nathan Sue, who came in with a great 59.37 seed, dropped about half a second off that. All right, here's our entry for the girls. Heat 1 of 2. Okay, underway, 200-yard breaststroke. Names for Heat 2 are updated on the top right. All right, so this is event 39. So the boys have 2 heats of event 40 of the same. And then if I look forward, 41 is a 100-yard butterfly. And 43 is 200-yard IM. So 41, 42, 100-yard butterfly. 43, 44 is 200-yard IM, and that's going to conclude this session. All right, so we got 12, 18, probably about another 40 minutes of swimming projected. So after the New Jersey weather yesterday of single digits and negative wind chill, maybe everybody's out for a walk today. So we'll wrap up here and enjoy the day. Mid-40s today, so quite a swing. But it's a nice, comfortable 70 and humid here in the pool. So up in lane 5, Audrey Vargas there. Awesome swim. Came in on a 326. And Sursa down in lane 2 came in on a 324. Great job, ladies. All right. So lane 1 was a no-show there. That's why the delay. Here we go with our second and final heat here for the ladies. Did I not update that? I think I'm okay. Sorry. All right, top right is the names for the boys' first heat. They also have 2 heats on that side. That's Taylor Leishman up in lane 5, leading us out. 40.99 on our split. Oh, I missed her turn. So Taylor's on her way. She turned already at the far end. .240.78 on a 3:06 seed time. So awesome. If this was a hockey game, Taylor's having a Gordie Howe kind of day. I think she won the back, 200 back, was part of the winning relay, and takes the breaststroke. So. All right, here's our boys' entry, first heat, 1 of 2 here. The names for the second heat for the boys is updated on the top right. And then again, we move on. Event 41 is our 100 butterfly. So we have this, then we have heat 2, and then we move into 100 butterfly. So I'll just mention it here. So with your kids at the age 11 and 12, so obviously this time of the year there's championship meets. I think bronze going on this weekend. There's obviously silver, states, and so on upcoming. But another thing to think about is pretty exciting. My kids have graduated from high school, so until you're exposed to it, high school swimming is very exciting. So obviously in this area, between Westfield, Summit, Chatham, a lot of talent. Scotch Plains fan would too. So take a look at the local schedules and get out if you can. It's pretty exciting. Summit High School does swim here. The girls have a top 10, I think, in the state team. Chatham's number 3 in the state on the girls' side, maybe 4 or 5 on the boys' side. And then obviously Westfield, Scotch Plains down that area. But it's a pretty exciting event if you've never been to one. So I've covered them in the past. I don't know if I'll be doing any this year. I think I do have some if you ever want to scroll back in some of my previous streams. Definitely, when you have a deck full of students who are, with your friends and classmates cheering you on, it's a pretty good spectacle. So Felipe there in lane 3 came in on a 3:11:23 seed. So 15, 20, 25-second drop. That's another beauty of Meet Mobile. When you do get results, it does, spell that out. So sometimes math's a little harder than others, and that will help showing the deltas. All right, so that was Heat 1 of 2. Here's our entries for Heat 2. So now on the top right, you see the girls' names for the first heat. Following this of the 100 butterfly. Yeah, that flicker there, that's something wrong with. It's on my side. It's not on your side. All right, there's Matthew Jun, just turned. 100 down, 100 to go. Is that a pepperoni pizza going across the deck there? Top right. All right, here's Matthew turning at 150. 50 to go, down and back. All right, good swim, Matthew. So lane 4 coming in, that's Shohan Cho, sorry. So right, everybody's pretty much on their seed times here. Lanes 1 and 5 coming in now. All right, here's our girls' entries. Up next, 100 butterfly. 3 heats on the girls, 2 on the boys. Heat 2 names are updated on the top right. That's Reese Davies there. Awesome swim. All right, here's our entries for 2 with the name overlays, and top right are the entries for heat 3. Nice job there. That's Sophia Pita, lane 3, came in on a 125.5. So awesome drop. Everybody across the board dropping time here. All right, up next, heat 3 of 3. All right, boys' names are updated on the top right. So that's lanes 4 and 5. We got a battle here. Touch. 1332 to 113.32 to 113.70. That's Gemma dropping time. She came in on a 119.14 in lane 4. All right. Looks like everybody dropped time in that race. All right, here's our boys' names as we move to the boys. We have 2 heats here. 3 and then 5 swimmers. And then 200-yard IM. 5 heats for the girls, 3 for the boys. So some of these swimmers kind of putting in big effort. Some were here earlier for the distance. Michelle Fendive in this last race, I see her name in the 5th heat of the 200 IM, which probably is not more than 10 minutes away. Maybe a little more than 10 minutes. We have. I guess it could be close to 20, but still a quick turnaround. Names for the second heat of the boys updated on the top right. Daniel Q there. He came in no time, but that's an awesome 111. Oh, sorry, turned already. Yeah, as you can see, so Daniel's 111, the best next seed time we see in the next heat there is a 110. So would have put him center lane or next to center in this upcoming race. Yes, I know there's not really a center lane on a 6-lane pool. So 3 or 4 considered center. I'm answering my own confusing comment. All right, again, up next, 200 IM first heat. Entries for the girls are updated on the top right. So this is James Sledeland going out. He came in with a 110 flat seat time. Looks like we'll drop a little on that. Oh, slight ad. Great effort, James. All right, up next, Heat 1, girls, event 43, 200-yard IM. So those banner or those little posters you see off to the right on the wall, there was a ceremony yesterday for the graduating seniors. So the younger kids made banners and posted them. We tried to cover it. Unfortunately, had a little internet issue. We'll try and pull something out of the archives if it was recorded. Looks like we're settled here. Got our swimmers lined up. Should be going shortly with the 200 IM. I guess there was some shuffling of entries. All right, so there was a little question about the seating as some of these entries came with no time. So it was either all right, so there was a little question about when the seating happened, they didn't have actual times for the swimmers. So some were entered with no time. As you can see up on the top right after the names, that's basically the information out of the heat sheet. Therefore, again, I don't know, Fiona's time. If she hasn't swum this, is she swimming with a group of similar times? All right. The law has spoken. So Coach Pat clarified that, the way we're going to swim this is as it is in the heat sheets, which should also be what's in Meet Mobile. So the names you see there in the center of the screen, the white font on blue, that is who's going to be swimming this first heat. All right, so they're just explaining to the timers there. So you can see she's putting her clip down. So there in lane 2, the lady's holding her clipboard over the block. That's indicating there's no swimmer. But all right, looks like we have 2 swimmers stepping up. All right. Again, refer to the scoreboard. I think that's who we were going to go with. And again, they might not be grouped together with similar times. Again, 200 IM, 50 of each stroke, down and back of each stroke discipline. And then I think the names on the top right is what we'll go with Heat 2. we should have 5 heats on the girls and 3 on the boys. All right, so here's our back to breaststroke transition. All right, 25 to go here for lane 3. That is, well, I'm looking at the wrong section. Selena Shankar. And here's Selena finishing. And this is Noah Solomon here finishing up in lane 4. All right. All right, so we should have, and again, if this is not accurate, no. All right, let's say swimmers across the board lining up from the caps and suits. All right, heat 2 underway. Names for heat 3 are updated on the top right. So it seems that either times were not entered or their seed times was lost. So all the swimmers in this heat were listed with an NT or no time. Therefore, the grouping might not be swimmers with similar times. So that was what was being discussed and trying to understand the best way to rectify that. Unfortunately, moving kids forward and backwards in the heat number would be probably risky. So decided to go with it as is. So this is Reese Davies here in lane 2. Completing 100 of the 200. Doing the breaststroke now. And that's Isabel Halpin up in lane 6, made the turn, followed by lane 3. I don't know why that's flickering. Sorry. All right, lane 6 pulled ahead a little bit. Now they'll transition to freestyle. So up in lane 6, that's Isabel Halpin. And then lane 2 is Reese Davies turning, followed by lane 3, Hayden Brett. And lane 4, Rose Devaney. All right, Isabel. So Isabel now's got a time, 3:01:07. Great job. All right, did you? All right, here's our entries for Heat 3. And we can see their seed times as it was entered. All right, again, we have 5 heats on the girls' side. Heat 3 is in the water. Names for Heat 4 updated on the top right. All right, halfway point for the girls turning here at the start end. All right, so our lead swimmer there in lane 5, top of the screen. That's Michaela, and then followed by lane 2. Here's lane 4 transitioning to freestyle. And lane 1 transitioning to freestyle. All right, lane 5 coming in on our finish. 3:23. Michaela's, out touched there by lane 2. I apologize to Sam Aris down there in lane 2. Came in with the 3:21. I looked away, and came in on a 2:47. Similarly, great time by Michaela. She came in on a 3:23, lane 5. Great job, ladies. All right, up next will be Heat 4. Four of 5. Here's our swimmers. And on the top right are the swimmers for Heat 5. So that's Sarah Reed, lane 3, leading out. Followed closely by lane 4, Charlotte Lee. All right, all the swimmers kind of at halfway point, halfway in distance into the breaststroke. So that's lane 4, followed by lane 3, and then 2, 6, 1. So Charlotte Lee there on a 2:44.53. She came in on a 2:50.41 seed time. Great swim. Lane 1 there, Darren Demirag came in on a 3:06 and swam at 2:58. Okay, here's our final heat, Heat 5. All right, so this is the last race for the girls this morning. The names for the first heat of the boys, top right. All right, backstroke for the girls. Lane 1 had a great backstroke split. Watch that. 39, 30. Oh, lane 3 had a better 37. So much for my observation. So. All right, final 50 as they turn here. They have freestyle down and back. Looks like Michelle Fadib will take this. And she came in on a 235, so slight drop. Great effort on a long day. Again, a lot of these girls either swam elsewhere yesterday or were here, so busy weekend. Underway with the first of 3 for the boys. All right. Again, this meet is not kind of head-to-head. We're not doing points in that sense. I think there is some team points that'll be calculated. But this part of the year, it's about kids trying to get times and improve times for invitational meets at the year end, and also gauge, their progress. All right. So again, heat 1 of 3 for the boys. This will be our last event. So 3 heats here. Names are updated for heat 2. And then we're back for the older kids, sort of a marathon. It was about 3 hours and change yesterday because we're doing 13 and overs. I think that was set to start around 1:30-ish. Oh. 2 p.m. We'll be back live with that. It's projected to go from 2 to 5:15. That's our lead swimmer swimming right to left, lane 4. That's Daniel Pugh there, who's into freestyle now. There's Daniel with 25 to go as he turns. And lane 3 transitioning into freestyle. And lane 5 you see there coming into the wall has to turn, and 50 of free to go. There's lane 3. That's John Peck finishing. So John came in with the 3:38. Swam at 2:56. Nice improvement, John. All right, so up next, Heat 2. Again, we get these periods of silence that it's good for the start. It just catches you out of the blue. All right, Heat 2 in the water. Let me update the names for Heat 3. The final race will be up next. You can see those names on the top right. So if anybody's jumping off, thanks for joining today. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. This is Mike from Common Guy Sports. Again, we're back for one more session. And I don't have other commitments with Summit in the future. I know that you guys go off into championship. I do not cover those meets, but wish everybody well as we're moving into the end of the season and hopefully be outside soon enough. Again, thanks for joining. All right, here's the boys transitioning to freestyle. All right, here it is. Final race of the day for this session. All right, looks like we'll have an exciting three-way race as we transition to freestyle to finish off this session. Lane 2 with the slight edge there. That's Shuhan Chu. Now, I spoke too soon. Lane 4, slight lead into the wall. That's Felipe in lane 4. He's going to take the win. All right, 222.77 on a 226.86. Nice 4-second. 7-second drop up there for Kevin O'Neill. 229 was his seed. Oh, I'm sorry, 230. I read that wrong. Sorry, Kevin. All right, so that's the last race for this session. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to all the volunteers and officials making this meet run so smoothly. Again, we're back in a little bit. I guess it was 2 o'clock if the schedule holds. That's what it said. Warm-up was 12:40. Session 2 o'clock, because there's a large session of 13 and over, so 13 to 18-year-olds. So there's a long warm-up. So I think that's going to wrap up this session. Again, glad you can join us. We'll be back at it shortly. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is Mike, Common Guy Sports. See you soon.